Hi everyone, this is first demo for the Photoshop for fashion illustrations. Now I open the Photoshop. On the left side, I have a create new button or an centers. You can click either way and then you got the new document pop up. The left side we can put the title. This is very important. I want you to put your name as a file name and then give a space, but I put the underscores so that way the HTML recognizes as a space. Project 1 and then give a little one more underscores and then 01 because this is the first one. We need to have a 5 for project 1, so we add a 01 right there. For settings, on the top bar right here, we have a print setting. So we can simply click this preset for the print and then we pick a letter size. Um, Once we pick the letter size, it shows 8.5 width and height for the 11. The unit is inches. Landscapes will like to have a portrait orientations and 300 dpi, or we also call the PPI. Color mode normally is RGB for the design purpose. For printings, we can change that to CMYK. The mode is all here. And once we click the create, we have a workspace, and then we have a panels, and then we have a toolbars, and this called the drop down menu right here. Here in the window, we can set up the workspace to printings, which is it give um, it give a best panels for coloring your illustrations. We have a different preset that you can try because Photoshop used by photographers and also graphic designers and web designers, and motions were for animations and 3D. So we'll have a different setting, but we'll stay with the paintings. Um, the first that we like to do is we want to bring scanned images or the image that you take a picture to here. What I did is I took a picture simply and then I saved to the desktop. So I have these images that I was just simply took a pictures and it saved to the desktops. Um, Now, see, this is not in a Photoshop, so I want to bring this to the Photoshop. You can go File, and we can click the Photoshop. We go to the File, and then we can do the Place Embed. We have a place linked it. Embedded it means your images will read your file forever, and linked it is temporarily connected. This will next time if you open this file and then your link is if your file is not there, you have a broken link and file's not there, it's not shows. So we do the embedded it right there. So once we do that and this box is pop up and we click desktop, and here is the one that I colored color pencil. So once we hit the place right here, and give a minute and then it's set. Right now it has an X in the middle. Your image is not set there yet. It shows like a placeholders. I can go to the corner. I can hold the Shift key and then I can make it smaller or bigger. Sometimes it comes small and sometimes it comes too big and then you can shrink it. I'm holding Shift key on your keyboard to keep the proportion. Went to the corner and again hold the Shift key. Once you are like of scales, I'm gonna making it slightly bigger right here. Once I like of the scale, I can double click this area or hit the return key, enter key to set, and you see the X is gone and now my image is set. Um, in your panel, the most important panel that we like to cover at the first is layers panels. Sometimes you accidentally press X, or sometimes you have a hard time to find it at the panel. You can go window, and then you can have check mark on the layers, so it shows. Um, so you will see now the first I have a background layers, and then now here is my images. I can make a copy of this, so that way that my original is always there, so I don't have to do two. If I make a mistake, that's always there. The shortcut for copy layer is Command J, like Jack. And then we have a little lockbox on the corner, which is is locked right here, so you cannot use some of the functions that you want to use. What we can do is you can do the right click in here, and then you can rasterize layer. You see the original file have a little lock button, and then this one this one is not. So now this is pixel based. You feel free to use this, change anything on here. First things that I like to do is image and then level. But before I hit theirs, sometimes I like to hit this auto tone. So you see difference between that automatic little button can do a lot actually to clean up and lighten up and make a better images. I do the Command J to see the before and afters. Command Z like a zebra. Command Z to undo is undo shortcut, undo and then redo. So I can see the difference between before and afters. I definitely like the one that has auto tone. I can try auto contrast. I can try auto color. Sometimes it shows much of it at all. It seems like it's not doing the best. So here now I'm doing a manually adjust the light, medium, and dark value, which is levels. So I do the image adjustment levels. So this pop up, and then I have three mountains right here: light, medium, dark. I can move this light to, you see, light to light, and then I'm losing images. So I have to find the happy place that I can get to the light in a perfect space. And then I darken my image a little bit, so that way that it shows the more value. You see, if I were moving here, it's faded, versus its contrast is high to move. If I were to do too much, the smudges show, so I need to balance out the best. So I'll do my best right there. That looks good. My dark value, I can make it slightly darker. So I do my best right there, and then I can say okay. Again, I have a two layer, so I can always hide this and then see, oh, this is original, and is this better or this is worst? I think this is quite okay. And now I color this with the yellow and purple, but I want to change that whole color. I can open hue slash saturation from image adjustment, hue slash saturations, and then I can change the whole hue to whatever color that is better for the colorway. I change it to yellow to red and a hue, and then I can also change the saturation. If I were doing extreme, it become more like an Andy Warhol type of mannequins. I can make it all black and white too, so I can do just a little to saturate. Just add one to set higher saturations. I can also yeah, I think I like red, so I can play there. And then when I say OK, so here is my original, and then here is a added little bit of Photoshop. Um, this is good, and we can go File, Save As, and again, Photoshop file ending, save all the layer, all the process, so you can change again. I highly recommend save as a Photoshop first, and then you can change it to the JPEG, so that way that you can submit. So now I change my file to the JPEG. I'm ready to submit. File save, and then here this is your file size. The JPEG option shows your file size. I like to move my quality to high maximum, and then see my file size is 2.6 M symbolized megabyte. The ideal file size for this project is in between 1 and 2 megabyte. It can be a little bit over 2 megabyte, but I can change my quality right here to match the nice file size. And when I will say OK, and now my JPEG files are saved, I can please double check before you submit. So I have originals, which has kind of dirty background because the tracing and the color is quite there, but not the best color that I was thinking. But here now I did a level and I did a color, and now I can upload finalized one to the canvas.